This is Supercheap's 36-inch 6-drawer tool combo cabinet. So you're getting a little tool chest up the top and the trolley all in the one. Now this is the frame that the cabinet comes on, and what I plan to do is just put some legs down the side, a piece of timber on top, and it's just going to be a nice little table. I'll put some casters on the bottom so I can move it around, and yeah, so that's my plans. The top chest is removed by taking the back plate off. There's 4 bolts securing the chest in place, 1 and 2, and in the front 3 and 4. Once you've undone the 4 bolts, be sure to keep them because they actually go up underneath to hold the caster in, so don't lose them. They come up through that hole. There you go, the tool chest is released from underneath the cabinet. And then just tighten it up with your 10mm, I think it is. Yeah, it's actually a 12mm bolt. 2 of the casters you can do it up with a ratchet drive, but there's 2 casters that don't swivel, whereas these 2 swivel. So you can get your ratchet in there, socket. You can get it in there and use that to do it up, but these ones you're going to need your spanner. So once you've tightened the 4 little nuts for each corner of where the casters are, you're good to go. Put the back plate on. Just while I'm at the front here, this door swings freely. This is the left door. It just swings freely. But the right door has magnets to keep it closed, so when you are closing it, it just plops into place with the magnet, and then of course you have the key to lock it. When you're doing up the screws on the back panel, the longer screws are at the top and the shorter screws go at the bottom. Now there's a handle to go on the side. There's only one handle, but each side of the cabinet has these holes for a handle, so you can choose whatever side you're going to put it on. That's the handle. Now I'm looking at the instructions here, and it says, note, holes in the trolley are tapped and do not require nuts. However, in the handle packet you get nut and bolt. And looking inside there, I don't see any tapped threads on either side. So to complete that part, you're going to have to pull the drawer out, and you get it out by raising that and then you'll be able to pull the caster out, the drawer, slide, and then that'll give you access to the inside to get your nuts and bolts done. Just having a look at it now, once I've pulled it out of the packaging, the only thing that's tapped is there's a thread tapped into the handle, which is I don't see the benefit of that, but that's what they're talking about. Well, upon further inspection on the inside there, you can't actually get to the holes. You can get to one of them. You can see there. And the back ones you can get to, no problem. It's just the front ones you can't get to. So what I'm actually going to do is pop the bolt through from the inside, which will then use the tapping on the handle, and then put the nuts on the outside. There's actually no nuts that come with it, so you're just bolting it from the inside. The front one, if you can get a spanner on it, a ratchet spanner, you should be okay. The back ones can be done with a socket, but I think I'll find a nut and I'll put it on the outside here. So on the base of your tool chest you have these boards which were used for the packaging. You need to undo these. Looks like they're going to be a 12mm. Yep, they're a 12mm socket. So they're just threaded, the bolts just are threaded into the base of the chest. So I'm guessing if you wanted to, you could bolt that down onto something as well. It's got some other holes on the base where you could use them to bolt the tool chest down if you'd like. So that's put together now. The tool tray up the top is just sitting on top, but it's quite heavy, so it's not going to fall off. Now it has 3 keys, locks. They're all the same keys, and you actually get 6 keys. 6 keys with the tool chest. So hopefully you're not going to lose your key and be locked out. When the lid is closed, the drawers are locked in place. Once you open the lid, it releases the drawers just like other branded tool chests. The drawers, they feel smooth enough. They're not fancy. They won't close by themselves like some expensive branded sets, but I think they're more than going to do the job for me. Just to give you an idea of the size of the drawer, that's a 3/4 inch Stanley socket set there. Quite happily sits there. You got a mallet there, a hammer. So those 3 drawers are the same size. This drawer here is a little deeper, and in this drawer that socket set will happily sit in there as well. And then it leaves you with just a little bit of space on the top here. Yeah, sorry, it's a 1/2 inch socket set, but in the top there, that fits all my sockets. They'll all sit in there nicely. There's plenty of room in there. Not bad. And so the drawers in the base, just for comparison there, the 3 socket set kits will fit there. There's plenty of clearance, and the next drawer you can see pretty much your Ryobi collection of bits and pieces will all fit in there without any problem. There's 2 drawers in the bottom part. So in the bottom section there with the doors, as you can see, there's a 5 litre jerry can in there, no problem. Just my pair of boots there. So the overall width of this thing comes in at about 930. And from the back, if I can get the tape measure on there, or not, do it from the top. The depth we're looking at I'll take measure to stay still. We're looking at about 465, and at the top up here with the handle on comes out to about 1010 millimeters, and yeah, as you can see there, about 940 widthways. The tray up the top, the internal dimensions, you're looking roughly about 900 inside there, but with where the lip is, so about 890. Front to back, looking at 300 to that lip, and about 315 to the base inside. Now, using one hand, I can't measure the height for you on camera, but with the lid open, it'd come to about 1620. With the lid closed, the height is 1360. So whether you can fit it under a bench or shelf or whatever you want. Anyway, that's my just little look at the SCA tool chest, 32 inch they call it, from Supercheap. I've been looking for one at a reasonable price, and for $350 odd, it's quite hard to beat to get this whole setup. Maybe not as strong as your other known brands, but more than enough for me. So hope you enjoyed. Cheers.